To the NFL we go, where our Jeremy Fowler polled NFL executives throughout the league on which players were the top 10 at each position around the sport. And we found the case of the Green Bay Packers to be very interesting. NFL execs are taking Aaron Rodgers as the number 3 quarterback. That shouldn't be a surprise. His numbers last year, by his standards, not eye-popping, but he did lead them to 13 wins. Then Davante Adams ranks as the 7th best wide receiver. One executive even ranked him first. He has a league-leading 40 touchdown catches over the last 4 seasons. David Bakhtiari was ranked as the 7th best offensive tackle. He was a Pro Bowler this past year. And then here's Kenny Clark, who was also a Pro Bowler this past season, ranks as the 10th best inside defensive lineman. And that's it. The Packers only have 4 guys on this whole list. 9 teams have more top 10 players than Green Bay does. You see the Saints leading the way. And so it begs the interesting question that I feel like I've been asking for a while. Have they put enough good players around Aaron Rodgers for him to make a championship kind of run at this stage of his career, especially when they draft a quarterback in the first round? Ryan, Clark, and Jeff Darlington are up early with us this morning. And RC, that's the question to you. I know your feelings about Aaron Rodgers after he beat you in the Super Bowl that time. Do they have they done a good enough job putting the pieces around him at this stage of his career to get another one of those rings?
Absolutely not. And for him to be upset and say he needed 4 fingers of tequila after the draft pick was made of Jordan Love, I get it. And it's not about drafting a quarterback. It's about getting Aaron Rodgers help. If you look at this team, this defense started out playing really well last year. The Smiths rushed the passer very well. The secondary was extremely good. But they couldn't make plays on the outside unless it was Davante Adams. And that is something that I expect to continue. The other thing you have to pay attention to is that Matt LaFleur wasn't creative as an offensive mind or as a play caller. He wasn't getting the Green Bay Packers into situations that made easy throws, easy completions, and easy big plays, which he was supposed to do in coming over from Mike McCarthy. And so this team doesn't even win the NFC North to me. They are behind the Minnesota Vikings. I think they're a better team. I think they're more talented. And even though I'd always take Aaron Rodgers over Kirk Cousins, even when Aaron Rodgers decides to retire, because he's one of the best I have ever seen, number 2 behind Patrick Mahomes, the Minnesota Vikings will represent the NFC North in the playoffs.
What do you think, Jeff?
I don't know. But I just look at, what they did last year. I thought they were a really effective team, and doing so without the weapons that Aaron Rodgers really needed. Now, the question is, Jimmy Graham's gone, Geronimo Allison is gone. Who really is there to help Rodgers in the passing game? No, they have not done enough to help Aaron Rodgers, nor has he gotten the help throughout his career. Literally, Jordan Love is the first skills position player drafted in the first round since Aaron Rodgers. That's crazy to me. That being said, they're putting so much pressure on Rodgers to do it. He feels like one of the few guys that are capable of it in year 2 of Matt LaFleur's system. I generally, though, disagree with Ryan. I think that this team was so effective last year with what they had that they'll make a jump this year and be a better squad. And if they're a better squad, then they project themselves to go potentially even to the NFC Championship game.
Jeffrey, so they're going to win 16 games? They won 13. So how many games are you expecting them to win? Like, what kind of jump they going to make? What kind of jump they going to make?
I'm not saying it's about win total.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Right, but when you watch a team travel to California 3 times last year and get slaughtered, they didn't just get beat. When they couldn't get stops defensively, which they started to down the end of the stretch of the season, give up big play after big play. You look at 300 rushing yards in the NFC Championship. They have no offensive answers. And so if this team isn't stout each and every day, no matter how great Aaron Rodgers is, they don't make a late playoff push, and that's what you need to do when you have one of the best in the world pulling the trigger for you.
Final word, Jeff.
Look, they don't have to improve in win totals. They just have to get better as a team so when they get to the playoffs, they're more prepared for those games, and then they can advance further. I just think they got to get to the dance and then show what kind of team they are. That, to me, is a major question.
We'll see. And then, obviously, how all of this, if it does at all, impact Aaron Rodgers psychologically based upon the way the franchise is deciding to make its moves. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.